Evan and Jess, one community advocate tells me that as the legislature takes a look at a proposed rule that would track students and families' citizenship status, it's important to have these conversations about immigration and deportation plans at school, at home, at work, and even places like church.
I think the way that we approach it is very individually, just to the individual, to the family, to the age range that you're talking to.
As immigration and deportation plans are discussed by government leaders, and as those plans become clear through policy like Oklahoma's Operation Guardian, one community advocate says it's important to bring awareness to kids who could see the impact of these policies.
In school age, we're talking children that are as young as 4 years old, all the way to young adults, right? And so there's different ways that their mental health really comes into play as they think about the security, the stability, just livelihood that they know.
She says those conversations start at home, but expand well beyond that in places where kids feel safe, like school and church.
Ask, how are you doing? Have you heard about, any of these topics? What do you know about them? Maybe evaluating what they know, what their inquiries are, and then going from there, maybe a good first safe step to create that space of opening up for questions.
But Allen says it's not just children who may need additional support or have questions.
The mental health, depression, anxiety, just all of the different impacts, and then how that trickles into the workforce. Are people showing up to work? Are people, contributing and putting in their effort to the community? One thing that stands true across all of the events is that we don't want to create a space where we're not talking about it.
Now, Allen says that there are community groups across the state who are making a list of resources for those who have questions about these immigration plans. Now, the legislature will have to approve that proposed rule about tracking citizenship status before that can go into effect. And as for Operation Guardian that was just recently announced by the state, we're told that will go into effect whenever President Trump's executive order does. Reporting live, Elise Jones, KOCO 5 News.